About all that rain, huh?
Been raining a lot, man.
Been a lot of rain.
A lot of rain.
Let's do it.
Heavy rain. All right.
We're ready.
Are we recording?
We're already
you doing one of these again?
Yeah, I was
This
gonna.
is how you roll the show now, huh?
Well, I just
Rolling
think,
starts.
I thought it would be
170 some episodes starting with Beyond, and now you're just like, well, it's raining. No, don't you touch that button, Clement.
Jesus.
You made your bet on this one. Beyond, everyone.
Beyond.
Welcome to Podcast Beyond, a shell of its former self. Episode 175.
But who's counting?
Remember, only 25 more episodes till we should get to 200. So start sending in your questions for what I'm sure will be an awesome podcast. Me and Colin got some ideas
Oh, yeah.
for episode 200. Hopefully, we'll still be employed by
Maybe we'll, we'll see.
Yeah.
This economy is wily.
I tell you. Is it Dr. Wiley?
No.
We totally don't have to do rolling starts.
No, I'm fine.
I like seeing if
I don't know if
anything
you've noticed
interesting
this.
comes
It's
out.
the conversational podcast here on
Yes.
IGN, Podcast Beyond, IGN.com. It's a premier PlayStation podcast. I'm your host, Greg Miller, alongside... Damn. I'm getting
It's
so
fine.
excited for the actual name. Alongside Ramrod Ryan Clements. And he only does everything. Colin Moriarty.
Beyond.
Beyond.
So, by the way, someone on Twitter this morning, I don't remember the name, claimed that he invented Beyond.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was
Okay.
I don't believe that. Is that true? I mean, obviously this existed before I joined the show a couple of years
Yeah.
ago.
I mean, there's no way for me to tell you that. If somebody could find an episode where we said, oh yeah, and Tim Robbins writes in and says Beyond, well, we should use that. I would say what had happened is, and this is completely just a hazy memory. I think Haynes did it. I think I was Vampire Striking somebody maybe, or putting someone in their place. And somebody said pwned, and then he went Beyond. That's
okay.
how I would think it went.
So this guy's a liar.
That sounds right? That sounds right. Well, people out
Jeff
there are always
Haynes.
trying to take claims and stuff.
Is this the
I
level?
got it.
What are you doing?
What do you want?
Oh.
Stay away
Sorry,
from
that's
the
louder or
podcast
softer?
board.
Just a little softer, please.
Oh my God!
How's that?
That's better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're bringing too much thunder for you today, huh, Colin?
No, just can't hear, and then I could hear too much.
Thunder.
Yeah.
It's been a big week here in the PlayStation land.
Whew.
Lots of stuff going on.
Has it been?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been working very hard and doing a lot of things and putting stuff up. Clements, you're joining me tonight for the event, aren't you?
I am.
We're
I'm
going
excited.
we're going to play some MotorStorm Apocalypse.
I would like to say the only reason I said that I'd come along is because I feel like you and I haven't really rolled to a lot of events
I
together.
agree. You, me, and Tyree are going to tear this place down.
So I'm excited.
And you're a MotorStorm fan. I'm very big into Apocalypse. I think it looks really cool. I'm excited.
I've
to
only
play
played it once.
Yeah. Did you like it?
Yes.
I thought it was awesome when we played at E3 and stuff.
It was brief, and I'm pretty sure it was in Japanese, and so they weren't giving me such
you didn't get
great
the
help.
full feel. Of
Right.
It. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy this one. It's
Yes.
multiplayer. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Colin, you have a surplus of video games.
I do.
You're trying to give some of them away to
Yes.
Podcast Beyond listeners. Last week you introduced a segment event.
Yeah, let's
contest.
just call it a one-off.
The
An
one-off
event.
event.
Yeah.
I believe you called it Colin's Cavalcade of Prizes and Galores.
Yeah. Prizes and galores. It's a
Colin's
cavalcade.
cavalcade of prizes and galore.
Remind the listeners here. What are they? What did people? All right. What are they winning? How did they get entered?
Okay. Last time on Podcast Beyond. So last week we decided. All right. So I told the story about how we have too many games basically in the cabinet, and I am in charge of our game cabinet, our game library. So anything we have 2 copies of basically every game, and if we had more than that, I'm giving them away. Gave them away to the editors. Anything that the editors didn't even want, we're giving away to you.
So you are getting cream of the crop.
I know. So you're getting like Dragon Ball Raging Blast.
Some
year's
kid screaming right now, I paid full price for that.
NHL.
I pre-ordered that.
NHL 2K10, MLB The Show 10.
MLB The Show's great, and I think it's just the people who've played it already, and now the new one's about to come out.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
So-
why I think that one didn't get taken.
But
Caveat.
don't look a gift horse in the mouth. You know what I mean? And then what were the other games? Brunswick Pro Bowling, if you want to play a little move game. And then Dead to Rights Retribution, which might be the best game of the batch.
Shadow, no!
So, this is what I asked for. I asked for people that send us an art. And it had to include all 3 of us. Some people sent an art of only one of us or whatever. That doesn't count. We appreciate that art.
I saw you did some collective Photoshop on that one to get everybody in there.
No, I didn't do that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't do that.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Why is everybody whispering?
I can't use Photoshop.
You're all turning against him.
So I printed out I thought I printed out the 10 best, but I actually printed out the 9 best because we printed out a picture of
yes,
a Beyond.
Chris Wilkinson's girlfriend is now added to the wall here. She's posing also in a green Cafe Press Beyond shirt. It was nice of Chris to send in the photo. Weird he didn't include her name. but now we have an attractive
might have,
woman
but I
posing
didn't.
with DVDs and games. And such.
He might have, but I don't read emails.
Remember, if you want a Podcast Beyond shirt, you're too slow.
Oh,
The cafe press link goes up every so often. Maybe one day we will have a way for you to get it.
Maybe.
We'll talk about that
Yeah,
another day. Another story for another time.
So I have 9 entries here. And I just want to quickly, we'll go through them. I just want to thank everyone, and then we'll kind of discuss which are the winners. Okay?
Yes.
So
is there one winner?
there'll be one winner.
Okay.
Because I don't
That
want
one
to
gets
send.
inserted in the podcast.
Should there be runners up?
Yeah,
Just-
we can. Okay,
just
we
for
can have
honorable mention?
honorable mentions.
Yeah.
But I don't see. Here's the thing. I don't want to split up the 5 games because it basically getting these 5 games equals 1 game. That's good.
Okay. I see what you mean. For the trades, for the trade-ins.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can trade them, and you'll get like $1.50 for NHL 2K10. So
Colin, when was the last time you blogged on my IGN?
maybe last week.
All right, we'll put the winner in the Beyond article, and then we'll link to your blog to show the rest. So you embed the rest in your my IGN blog.
Okay.
Does that sound? Does that sound doable?
Yeah. I have to find the time to do that today. But yeah.
Jesus.
No, I won't take
Fine,
long.
I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I have to record VO and write some things.
I have to go to an apocalypse and race cars. Possibly feed Portillo before then. All right?
All right. Can I read the names now?
Sure.
Okay.
I lied. No.
So here are the entries, and sorry if I get any names wrong. Dylan Troth sent in one.
Are you gonna hold? Are we doing them one by
No,
one?
I just want to. I don't know.
I think we should hold them up and we'll go real
okay.
quick. So Dylan Troth, here's his
Dylan
art.
Troth. Yep.
Let me put my glasses on.
All right, it's like a graffiti styling. It's got the Beyond and crazy graffitis, and then it's got caricatures of us.
I like this one.
It's
like this
simple.
one. This
I
is
like
good.
it. It's simple and clean.
Okay.
All right.
You guys satisfied with that?
Yeah.
Okay. The next is from Ian Morris. Ian H. Morris.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. This one is.
I'm digging this one,
This
too.
one's cool too. This one's stylized. We are in space uniforms with the IGN logo in the center.
Just out of curiosity, why am I sort of mischievously or deviously staring out from behind Greg's body?
I would take the blow for you. Whatever we're about to fight.
Thank you.
No problem.
I'm
there.
rubbing
Oh,
Greg's
man, there we
shoulder.
go.
This is based on a picture I have on Facebook, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
So I like
Well,
that.
they're all based on pictures of us.
Oh,
Well,
really?
Maybe that's interesting. That's
Even this one of Ryan's head?
that I can't say. My pose there is my Black Lantern pose from Halloween.
I love this art, except I would probably not vote for it because you can't even see me.
Oh, okay. That's
all right,
fair.
well, there you go. We learned what Clements.
I like this one, though. I hope to one day.
All
All
about
see
him.
all of us.
Yeah, well, it's got to be all of us. Now, this one from Michael Gulato, I'm quite impressed with.
Yeah,
This is definitely
this is
maybe the
awesome.
front runner.
Okay. This is Beyond Effect plus Steimer. It's all of us as Mass Effect characters. Clements is at the top there. He's in the
Mordin
doctor
Solus.
body. Yeah, he's got the weird alien head, and his thing says K-pop on it. I'm in the Rex
And
uniform.
Dukakam, it says Dukakam on it, too.
That's it. Nice. I'm in the Rex suit there with a G logo, the Superman G logo. Steimer's there in just uniform. And then
what's Miranda's, right?
Yeah,
That's Miranda's
No,
armor.
I would say Ashley Williams.
Ashley. Yeah, Ashley.
Oh, okay. Wait, she doesn't like it.
Yeah, well, it's just a suit. I think it's just a suit.
Right.
And then at the very bottom there we have.
I look like maybe a Drell.
No, you're Thane.
Oh,
Thane or Garrus.
Oh, you're right. It could be Garrus's head too.
I think it's Garrus.
You're
That's
right.
Garrus.
with a platinum trophy on my arm.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that there's a platinum trophy
And I love
symbol.
that peeking out from behind Colin, the one and only Portillo.
Wearing an astronaut
Portillo's
helmet.
head in an astronaut helmet. That is awesome.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah.
This one's from Alan Newberry. It's whimsical.
Yeah. All right, we got a black background, the Beyond red logo you all know and love, and then all of us represented. Clements is some Final Fantasy character.
It's Cloud. Final Fantasy VII. Come on, Craig.
Me is Superboy. Right after this is as soon as Superboy debuted, basically. No leather jacket, but that outfit. And then Colin is, I guess, Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, it's Benjamin Franklin. Maybe John Adams. He's very rotund, so it can only be a few of the founders.
All right, excellent.
I like that one though. He's holding some documents.
Very nice.
Samuel,
all the Final Fantasy characters run together for me. I would have guessed Cloud if I had a gun to my head.
Cloud is probably the one.
how do you not know that that's
should
Cloud?
know.
Look
I
at the
don't.
sword.
I know. I'm aware it's
And
got
this-
a giant sword, but again, like I said, I don't want to guess wrong. I think that does more of a disservice to
Yes,
the
yeah.
franchise.
I
Like, I
understand.
don't know.
You know what?
Cloud, I guess, the only one I'd call my name. So.
You know what did a service to the franchise? Final Fantasy 10, 12, and 13.
Oh, all right.
Next up is Samuel Howard.
Okay, now we got a sketch. We got a good sketch here.
I like this one a lot.
I'm tearing open my shirt. I'm very slim. Tearing it open to reveal a Superman symbol. Colin is sitting like Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
Lincoln
so
Memorial.
we're at the Lincoln Memorial. I guess.
But it's the Moriarty Memorial here.
Colin is in Lincoln's place.
And then Clements is just in a Japanese shirt with a camera.
He's a tourist, I guess.
That's your defining trait, Clements.
I'm traveling through. Actually, and I'm pretty sure that's actually Korean characters.
Oh, okay.
Or at
I
least
apologize.
that's
I'm a racist.
That's what they're going for with that. Because you'll notice, here's a little language lesson. I'm terrible at recognizing different Asian characters because, as you guys all know, it's extremely difficult.
Yeah.
But one key trait, which I think is a dead giveaway, is a lot of repeating circles.
Okay.
Chinese and Japanese characters usually don't have circles like that.
Gotcha.
So if you see the circles, that's a good indication it could be Korean.
Interesting.
Or I'm totally wrong. And I'm
that's how I usually identify Korean too.
What's up next?
Plus, I'm fluent in Korean.
Also, listeners, how's this going for you? All right, we slammed it on the table and stopped the podcast. So, anyways, we had a whole conversation, not a whole one, but a real quick one about, hey, we hope this is playing well for you listeners. We know we're just describing art. But Colin raised the excellent point that, of course, you guys took time to send these in, and we want to give them just dues. And I think we're being entertaining about it.
Yes, for sure.
And it'll be on the blog. So just go to IGN PS3 and you'll find my blog somewhere.
I'm glad I do the glance down everything.
You're a good man.
You're a good man and thorough.
Thank you.
Big Lebowski reference. Stephen Crane is next.
Let me see it.
I like this one a lot.
Okay, we're all Mega. It says Mega Beyond at the top, so we're all Mega Men characters.
So I guess I'm the Blue Bomber.
You're Mega Man.
Clements,
I'm Rush.
Clements would be Rush, I guess.
I'm Rush with my own
which
head
is a robot dog?
Rush Coil.
On a dog body.
That's Rush Coil. And
Greg
I guess
Zero.
Greg is Zero.
Which means that I'm very attracted to you.
Good.
That's what it all boils
yeah,
down to.
this is the one that you thought was
I thought was a girl.
There's undertones here.
I like them. I like those undertones.
Not as bad as that other undertones.
Next up is John Randolph. Now, I'm a little concerned about this picture.
Yeah, this is it's like it's like an old movie poster. It's like when they used to do like the Star Wars posters and they do paintings of them.
Yes.
And that's what's happening in he's taking photos of a We're not laughing at your art, John. We're not. Yeah, we just see ourselves every day.
I think so.
What's funny is that Colin looks like the love child of Sloth and Screech. Sloth from the Goonies and Screech from Saved by the Bell.
In terms of so I think this has some of the best presentation. Like it looks like a great, a great movie poster, as you said. But I think something just went wrong with Colin's face.
Yeah.
Like
you could say that.
I said that. I told him on the elevator, like he looks mildly handicapped in this.
I can see that.
In this photograph, and it's not. And I don't mean to be rude. I generally I've seen that photograph of Greg, and I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Although still a little, a little kooky.
Well, it's painting. Painting's hard to do.
Yeah, I think I look good, except I look kind of like I'm about to kill someone. Like I look really angry.
You got the dead eyes.
Yeah,
you look like a Ryan Clements sex doll. you're like it's there, it's on par. It's just there's no soul in those eyes.
But I still really enjoy this
Colin
art.
his nose is like bent the wrong way. His eyes aren't. It's like, oh crap, I got it. He's like doing this last night. He's like almost. Oh crap, it's tomorrow. Shit. Paint as hard as he can.
All right, well, thank you, John.
Yeah.
Thank you. We love it, John. We're not being dicks. Obviously, we have no talent.
Yes, this is about 4 million times better than I could ever do. So
now, next up is I've never seen this first name. Ian Din.
Ian Din.
Yeah,
Let me see.
Ian D-O-N. I think it's. So I'm just gonna call him Ian because it's easier.
Yeah.
Wait.
Ian Don.
Ian Don. I don't know why there was a D-O-N after it. I always assumed the name was just Ian.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. Ian Jarzynski is next.
Okay.
And we have this here.
So this one I feel like is a great one for inside jokes among our podcast listeners.
We're having a party in a hotel room. I am reading Oprah magazine. I don't get that joke.
Well, keep in mind. Remember when we were talking last week, I said that I wanted to see art of me as a raccoon breaking into your apartment.
Right.
So this is basically now. Obviously, looks like a hotel image, but I think this is supposed to be your apartment. I'm breaking into it because my face has been superimposed over Sly Cooper, the raccoon.
Yes.
With I Heart Zero is my thought bubble.
Yeah.
Colin is saying, I only do everything in his thought bubble, and he's holding a platinum trophy. Now, I don't know what character you are here, Colin.
That looks like the same picture of me holding the gun with my huge gut sticking out.
Okay. Well, what are the legs?
I think he
Where
just
are
has pants.
You just added
I don't know.
It looks like
it looks like I'm about to go to Studio 54.
Okay.
Fair.
And then
Greg.
I'm reading Oprah magazine with Patapon. I'm thinking about Patapon.
Right.
And then in the background we got Kevin Butler.
We got Kevin Butler. I think there's a Chimera back there, right?
Kyle the Chimera in the way back.
Yeah.
Sharktopus is flying. Yeah, who's on the TV?
It's Jason
that's Jason
Ocampo.
Thank you. I thought that's what it was, but I wanted to look at it.
And Jason Ocampo is being quoted on the news as saying,
What's he saying?
Clement's
is
impressed with
kittens.
Nice.
Which I believe was something he said one-offedly at some point. And then just a note, there are little sack people roaming the floor as
Yeah,
well.
some Patapons over here.
Oh, nice.
I love how much stuff is going on in that Photoshop. So that's
Real
good.
quick, Ryan.
Yes.
As you know, when you build pages on IGN.com,
Yes.
it auto-fills in the breaking news box, right?
Okay, right.
And if you're in a hurry, you can sometimes publish a page, and the breaking news box will be up there. It'll be old news.
Right.
I did that twice today.
Uh-oh.
Once on PS3 and once on PSP because I was in a hurry trying to get this All-Star stuff up.
Yeah.
And the breaking news, of course, was like IGN for charity, so it was super old. So I want you to know that I went in there and republished it with the breaking news being Clements for Prez, and then the body being IGN or Ryan Clements is a cool dude, and then it links to your blog. So if I ever screw up again, I don't have to feel bad about it. You're my breaking news story.
Well, thank you. Although I haven't blogged in a long time, I don't even think I've used the new system yet.
You have, because there was stuff in there. Maybe I'm just linking to your. I'm just linking to your page then. You're my IGN
Oh,
page.
okay, gotcha.
All right, sorry, Colin. Final entry.
The last one from Tim Andrews. I'm a little concerned about the way I look in this one as well.
Okay.
Let's discuss.
Let's take it.
Well, yeah. All right, this one is alternate universe beyond. This is alternate universe beyond. It's got another. We got the Earth behind us, so we're in a different. Here's what's interesting about this one. It's alternate universe beyond.
Right.
So it's not our normal selves.
Right.
I am tearing open my shirt to reveal a Superman G.
Right.
So I'm a superhero in this alternate universe.
Yes. Colin is
in a suit with a briefcase, so he's a professional, of some kind.
Historian, I would say.
Clements has the same hair and is wearing a shirt that says "I love K-pop," which I'm pretty sure he'd wear in this universe.
Yes.
So no, in the multiverse,
Yes.
millions, infinite Earths, you are the same person
every
time. Nothing changes for you.
I never get any powers or anything.
Excellent. Thank you, Tim.
So that's it. So shall we pick a winner?
Yes.
Okay. So
I'm obviously a big fan. In terms of the actual artistry of it all, I'm a big fan of the Beyond effect. Who sent that in again?
Beyond Effect is from Michael Gulato.
All right, Michael, that's excellent. I like the astronauts, even though my head's
I like them all. They're all going on our wall. They're all going on.
Yeah, we're gonna post them all up.
All of you will be represented in the wall. Actually, you know what? So I'm gonna say that my picks.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you tell me what your 3 picks are? Here, why don't you? Here, I'm gonna give you the stack.
All right.
And you just pick out 3, and you let me know what they are.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna write them down. Then we'll average it if there's.
I'm going to pick my 3 favorite.
Not in any order yet.
Now. Okay.
Clements has picked. Dead air. Come on. What are you picking?
Okay, here we go.
All right.
So these are my 3 picks.
So he picked Samuel Howard. This is us at the Moriarty Memorial. Me tearing up my shirt. Clements just being a tourist.
Yep.
The graffiti one from Dylan, which is the first one we did. I got a lot of colors going on. And then, of course, Beyond Effect by Michael.
Okay.
Yes.
What are your choices, Greg?
These are my exact choices. I do enjoy the space. Hold on. All right, yeah, I would sub out Dylan. Sorry, Dylan, and put in this one from Ian. The Beyond one where we're all spacemen and Colin's shooting a gun and Clements is hiding behind me deviously.
Okay. And I would actually switch out. I like the Beyond graffiti one. I think just a little more than the Memorial one.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So I think that actually.
So we have 4. We have 4.
finals.
We all come down to.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
So, what do you guys think is the winner?
Beyond Effect.
Beyond Effect.
Love them all. Thank you all for trying.
Yes.
That's my pick.
This is all fantastic.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with that one as well.
All right.
Clearly, this guy had an edge because he's probably an art student or something. Because this is definitely a higher class of.
And you're right. It is Garrus. Moriarty's got the deal over his eye. That's Garrus.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's Michael Gulato, right?
Yeah, Michael Gulato just won a bunch of games no one wants.
Congratulations, Michael.
Listeners, you only had to listen to us debate that for 20 minutes.
No, we weren't doing it the whole time.
I know, and they have fun. They come to the conversational podcast to hear us converse.
Yes.
That's what we did.
These are all good, though. They're all going to go up on the wall. We thank you for sending them in.
Of course.
Yes.
Michael, email beyond@ign.com with your address, and we will send out the package to you.
Sounds good.
Thank you to everyone who
Thank you, guys.
participated. We'll do that again
excellent.
real soon.
Let's start the show. What is, forever will be, and will always in the universe be known as the Roper Report. Time for some news. Again, the Roper Report,
I tooted.
generated by Colin Moriarty.
Yes.
This is the spin zone. Let's see what we
Yep.
got. Number 1, Has Sony solved its hack PS3 issue? It seems that Sony intends on taking the road much traveled by its rival, Microsoft. Any PS3 that accesses the PlayStation Network with homebrew applications running, or other hacks, runs the risk of being banned. This isn't a PSN name ban either. This isn't a PSN username ban either. Your system's ability to access the PSN will be permanently disabled, regardless of the username running it. Be owned! Thoughts, Clements? Your friend IMU? Oh, this is what they do.
This is bullshit.
Grant did not. Hi, Grant. He did not have any angry IMs for me. I'm not sure if he saw this news or not. Once again, this is that kind of thing where I just don't really care because I'm.
Yeah, we're good guys.
My
only fear would be like if I guess it's impossible to put a homebrew thing on and not know it. Like, Microsoft sometimes, when kids in the office here who are the Xbots, when they get a Fable 3 early, or I shouldn't name games because it wasn't Fable 3, but then when they get an Xbox game early that's a big Xbox game, they have to get on a green list or a white list, right? Because they'll ban their account if they get seen playing that game or whatever. And I haven't known anybody that happens, but that would be like my concern, right? It's like, but I guess that's completely different. That's a disc I put in to do it. This is I'd have to go through and tinker with the robots. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do that.
A gentleman, I tweeted about this yesterday, and a gentleman tweeted me back and was like, I'm running a Super Nintendo emulator, and I'm playing games that I own. So technically he's not doing anything illegal. That is legal.
That is legal.
But Sony's not gonna, first of all, do you really own those games? And second of all, Sony's not gonna differentiate between who's like doing, they have no time, and it's gonna be all automated probably. So,
Stop.
So even if you think you're being righteous or doing something that's technically illegal, I wouldn't sign into the PlayStation Network and do it anymore.
Here's a classic example that I'm gonna lay down for you guys. Okay, are you ready for this? I'm gonna drop some knowledge.
Here it comes. What's that? It's a truck. It's knowledge!
So is that a truck slowly backing up the knowledge truck?
And then the dump truck opens and it pours it off the knowledge.
Gotcha. All right.
It's in my eyes!
Here's what's going on, folks. Like in that example, someone is being righteous. Someone is doing something that is not illegal. But unfortunately, they have to now play by what they might consider unfair rules because of what someone else did. This is exactly what happens in middle school or high school when the one effing kid does something bad in the class, like they don't do their homework, or they cheat, or they're acting up in class, and the whole class suffers because of it. See what happens there? Yeah. So what's happening here is the whole PlayStation family has to suffer for a bunch of douchebags.
Oh,
well, even though their goal was righteous in air quotes.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, it's a good analogy. But at the same time, the user agreement that you brush through when you sign on a PlayStation Network for the first time, I'm sure says something about not running emulators. Yeah. So I think it's awesome. I can't wait to see how many people. I can't wait to see the bitching and moaning on the internet about people getting their systems banned. But
how is this even going to work though? Because I thought like the hack allows people to sort of like kind of create an almost new identity for their system. You know what I mean?
I don't know. If they. I mean, I'm not technical.
Maybe
but
like
I imagine
IP
if they. Imagine if they sign in it. And something unusual is running, it pings to Sony servers or whatever, and then
Jeff Rubenstein gets a text.
Jeff Rubenstein gets, and then he jumps on his computer.
Honey, stop making the minis. Turn on the band machine.
They jump into the I was expecting them to like jump into the Batmobile. It's like.
I'm sure it's sending signals of some sort, and then they'll just disable your PlayStation from being able to access online features, which is awesome.
We should go to home base, Crackdown headquarters, see how they do this.
Yeah.
Number 2. Is DC Universe on PS3 deceiving customers? DC Universe's key codes essentially lock versions of the game to the username being used, meaning that copies of DC Universe can't be swapped with friends or, worse yet, sold back to retailers for a modest sum.
Wait, really?
Yes.
How's that even possible?
It's very interesting. I have no idea. I don't understand how you can make a disc. The only thing I can figure is discs have some kind of code on them. You put it in, it gets linked to your PSN. Because you can switch it between PSNs. Like, I've played at work and I've played at home with the same disc. But apparently, if I was to give you my disc and say, yeah, go home and buy the 3-month subscription or whatever and try it out, you'd put it in and it would say, no, you can't use this disc is linked to somebody else.
Oh, so basically, now that means Nick Colin, when he used the disc that you gave me first, now I can't use my disc anymore.
Yes.
That would be correct, yes.
Great. Well, I'll bring that back to you.
He used it on his PSN profile?
Probably.
Well, what you should do is try it out tonight.
All right.
Put it in and see what it says.
I'm gonna kill Nick.
No,
Colin.
if it doesn't, we have the disc here that hasn't been used yet. You can switch
I
over.
don't care.
You can just take that one. I mean, it's useless now anyway. I mean, because it's going to be a one. I might as well just give it away. To like Clemens or another editor because.
Oh right, yeah.
The library copy because it's totally useless.
Well, I guess that would work on mine too. Well, because that disc isn't linked to anybody. So if I put it in my system, what would happen?
I think once you sign in, I guess it's going to be linked to Game Over Greggy.
This is a good chance. We're going to do this today. We're going to take it. What we'll do is everybody put a pin in this story. We'll let you know what it says and what it does. We'll take it. We'll sign in on my system. Then we will sign in on Jack's because Jack plays and he has it too.
Okay.
So there you go.
What's putting a pin into this issue mean?
Oh, you're tagging it to the board.
Tagging it to a board.
Yeah, and it's something we don't know the answer to yet. We're not sure how this all works. Do it and come back.
Can I be honest? I envisioned one of the tomatoes that you put pins in when you're sewing. That's kind of what I envisioned.
Did you call them tomatoes?
Yeah, like a tomato.
Yeah,
it's usually
I know what you mean.
it's usually like it's shaped after a fruit of some sort or some sort of circular object.
Okay.
They should make a little Kirby one.
Yeah, a little Kirby.
Yeah,
stick it.
Yeah.
That's $1 million idea right there.
It's like a voodoo
I guess you have to.
No,
you
you're
have to
right.
pay
I
him
wouldn't want to stick
Nintendo.
Kirby with a bunch of pins.
I would.
That would make me feel bad.
Because
Because Kirby is so cute.
He is.
Whatever.
He is adorable.
He is adorable. I will tell you that it. Never mind. It's an off-topic story.
So the other day, I'm on the emails. I'm doing some work from home, right? And Charles is talking on this thread about some dungeon, whatever. I don't even know what game we're talking about anymore. But it was something. He popped up and he's like, okay, blah, blah, blah. And it was like with other people. So I then, for some reason, started giggling to myself and found a picture of a cartoon snake. And I put it into Photoshop. And I wrote, hi, Charles, and sent it to him. And he never responded. It was like 11:30 at night on just an email chain.
What inspired the cartoon snake right there?
Charles is one of my favorite people to make laugh. Like when you can get Charles laughing,
Yes.
I just love it. I feel so happy.
It's true.
So I could just picture him looking at it and laughing at home, but then there was no response. It's been 2 days. He hasn't talked about it.
You should ask him about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanna find out about this cartoon snake.
Number 3. PlayStation Plus keeps on getting better and better. 6 Sega Genesis games are coming to the PlayStation Network in the coming months. Each game will cost $4.99. If you're a PlayStation Plus member, however, you'll get all of them for free and up to a month early.
Yeah, so basically like every month, I think through August, starting next month. So like Sonic will come out, then Sonic 2, then like Golden Axe 2 or something like that. Yeah. Towards the beginning of the month, PlayStation Plus users will get access to the game for free. And then a few weeks later, or up to a month later, it'll be available for everyone else for $5. Now, people have been complaining in the thread. I went back and read the
People
thread.
complaining on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, can you believe
really?
it? They were complaining that like Sega Genesis Collection is $20 and it's got like a platinum and you get all the trophies in it.
Yeah.
I just want to make a few things clear. First of all, each of these games should have their own trophy roster. So like when you were playing Sega Genesis Collection, Sonic had one trophy.
Yeah.
Sonic 2 had one trophy, or whatever it was. Some games didn't have any trophies. And the other thing is that it's still a great deal. Let's not detract from how great PlayStation Plus is becoming, because it's becoming awesome. And I platinum Sega Genesis Collection and the Mega Drive Collection, and I'm still interested in this. So let's just be real.
I'm looking forward to playing through. Like when I got Sonic Episode 1 or whatever off PSN, the new HD one, it was fun, but I was like, oh, they didn't keep the classic sprite, and blah, blah, blah. I'm looking forward to going back and playing 16-bit Sonic for free. Getting trophies all the way through, you know what I mean? Something to keep you motivated to keep playing.
Yeah, definitely, dude.
Because I played the Mega Drive, or not, whatever, the Ultimate Collection.
Yeah, the Genesis.
Reviewed it, but I mean, I didn't play deep into those games.
Did you do? Yeah, I didn't either. Once the trophy popped, I backed out. But did you borrow?
UK.
Yeah. Did you borrow Sam Claiborne's copy?
I did borrow it, but then I never did it. It was during the Trophy Horror War, and it was late in the game, and I was so burned out. I was like, I just can't do this.
Yeah, I did it. It's so shameless that I have two platinums basically for the same game, but I did play through them twice. So.
Does it do anything for you, Sega Genesis games?
Meh.
Okay.
Yeah, I always for some reason I've always had a passion for going back and playing the old games, but I just haven't had time. I still have so much catching up to do with other recent games, let alone the classics.
Yeah. I hear you, dude.
So I'll spread it out.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna jump into Killzone this weekend because I haven't played anything new. Been obsessed with Plants vs Zombies, but
good stuff.
We'll visit that on Trophy Tips.
Okay. Number 4, Bungie's next game, which is cross-platform, is rumored to be an MMO first-person shooter. It's been described by sources as "Wow in space" and is currently codenamed Destiny.
Destiny.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
The space part is the turnoff for me.
Yeah, I mean the MMO part is the turnoff for me. To be perfectly honest.
So wait, you don't like the orcs and the ogres, and you don't like the spaces. So all you're saying is you like here and now, and you can't have any imagination.
It used to be a blanket.
No
I hate
imagination.
Space. It used to be a blanket. I hate space. And then Mass Effect 2, Dead Space, and then a million other games. And I was like, okay, I like space fine. But like the way they describe it there, I don't want to be like Star Wars Galaxy, like shooting in space. I don't want to be flying TIE fighters and shooting things.
It seems like the common thread is that you like space games that have some sort of realism or a well thought out story or something like that. Because Dead Space 2 and Mass Effect, to me, share like a common trait with Battlestar Galactica, which is that it doesn't feel like it's in space. Like that's just the setting. It's not the defining aspect of those games.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. Does this excite you? First-person shooter MMO.
Well,
space
I'm intrigued by anything that Bungie does, so I would like to see it.
Okay.
I don't want to pay the monies every month. I'm kind of not really feeling monthly subscription fees right now.
Gotcha.
So we'll see.
You and me both.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
High five.
Oh, well, I missed a little bit.
That's all right.
Number 5, the Sony Ericsson Xperia Play, also known as a PlayStation phone, is coming next month. The phone will be released in the U.S. in March and run on the Verizon service. Who the fuck cares?
Oh.
I watched that press conference. That press conference was embarrassing.
Yeah?
It was
I didn't watch it.
He's like,
it was in Barcelona, right?
Like, boom, you got games. Like, oh my god, what are you doing? Who are you people?
Was Christopher Walken giving the presentation?
I wish. That would be actually good.
You got games.
Speaking of bad conferences.
Yeah.
Arvind wrote into beyond@igg.com.
That's one of my
Are we going to talk about
roommates.
$599? Is that what he was going to mention?
Yeah, kind of.
Did Arvind send his last name there?
Probably. I usually don't keep them.
Because I roommated with a that sounds dirty.
Not
But
really.
one of my college hallmates, I should say, was named Arvind.
Okay.
Well, it's got to be him.
It's got to be.
He writes in and says Beyond. I was
Beyond.
wondering, what do you think out of these 4 was the worst E3 press conference of all time?
Okay.
Sony 2006, Giant Enemy Crabs.
That was bad.
Giant Enemy Crab. Well, you summarize it.
What?
2006 was the one where they did the final. This one's a totally realistic game.
Oh, the final. Is this
Based on actual battles from Japan. Here's a giant enemy crab.
I forgot that's how they prefaced it. That is why that's funny.
And it was also the one where they gave the price.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was thinking. I was like, that's bad, but that was also
$599.
Yeah, $599. Everyone was like,
Ridge Racer. It's Ridge Racer.
And everyone was like,
Ridge Racer.
so that's a double whammy because I was thinking that Giant Enemy Crab was that same year.
Wow,
it was.
That
it goes worse. It goes worse.
was a disaster.
Activision 2007. This is the one hosted by Jamie Kennedy. If you remember this, it was just him trying to make jokes and no one laughing and just not good games.
Oh.
Nintendo 2008 Wii Music.
Oh, that one was his. Oh, that was with Ravi Drums or whatever his name was.
Yeah, whatever.
Was that what he was like?
Yeah.
That GIF is classic. That's one of the classics.
Yeah, and the final entry is Konami from this last one, 2010, 1 million twoops.
I don't remember.
I remember hearing Konami's was bad, but I was on the floor.
I was supposed to go there and I didn't. Levi ended up going instead.
Yeah, I remember hearing it wasn't great, but I don't think it was nearly as catastrophic as these other ones were.
I think 2006.
The Sony and the Sony and the Nintendo one are close because that entire Wii Music demonstration when they're all like playing their instruments, like they have the Wii remote up to their lips like a fucking flute. Oh man, what a disaster!
A lot of that stuff's embarrassing.
And the song that's playing, it sounds like a bunch of fucking preschool children trying to play the Legend of Zelda theme or Mario theme or whatever the fuck it was. They all sound the same to me.
Is that the same one where Cammy came out and talked about her vacation forever? And I went snowboarding and I broke my arm. And
and then it like shows her on the snowboard and it like zooms in on her feet.
Yeah,
and there's just that
I forgot about that. Those were all right. So those were the two bad ones. That was Nintendo. And I didn't realize Giant Enemy Crab based on real battles.
What's the YouTube? There's a YouTube montage you need to go see, and
that's all of them.
If you put in Sony 2006 E3 press conference, there's one that is just pointing out how terrible it all is, where he's like, "And real Japanese giant enemy crab, $599, Ridge Racer." Like, it's just this compilation of all this terrible stuff.
I forgot that was the same year. That's got to take the cake. That was a disaster.
Mean, it's pretty bad.
I think that was probably the worst. Sony 2006, but Nintendo 2008 was awful. Like it was just like watching it, but I think there was so much laughter at how bad Nintendo's was, whereas Sony's you're like, what is going on?
I think Sony's is more exaggerated because everyone was so disappointed with the price.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I remember just reading and like getting home from class or something. I guess I was a senior or maybe a junior in college, and I remember just then I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, right.
$600? Like it was like twice as much as I thought it was gonna be." You know?
Totally. Yeah.
I thought it was a joke. I was like, That's insane. That was a dark day for sure.
It was a dark day.
All right, number 6. Mm-hmm. Are you one of the few people who listens to the show but doesn't have a PS3? Then there's good news for you. Killzone 3 drops February 22nd, and on that date you can buy a Killzone 3 PS3 bundle for $299.99. That's a great deal, considering a standalone PS3 without a bundled game will run you the same amount. The PS3 is a standard slim model with a 160 gigabyte hard drive.
That is fantastic.
That's an awesome price.
Yeah.
I wish it was a Killzone unit, but it's basically just a slim with like a new box.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
And Killzone's in it.
And Killzone is in there.
Killzone.
Killzone's
The
in it.
Killzone. And so if you want to go to the Killzone, you get this this PlayStation 3.
Let's go to the Killzone, Colin.
Welcome to the
Sick.
Sick, bro.
Yeah, it's an awesome deal, and it was cool to see. I wrote that story on IGN, and I was reading the comments on that, and a lot of people were saying, I'm going to buy this. No, I don't have a PS3. This is great. I want to play Killzone. It's funny because I'm not like super into Killzone or whatever, but this is an alluring game to people that don't own a PS3. So
yeah, I'm going to be interested to see your impressions after this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to play it this weekend, and I liked Killzone 2. It's just a little heavy for me. I know that they kind of fixed that a little, but it's not too appealing to me.
We should try next week to do Editor Beatdown again. Have some details on when we can.
Do we have more? How many copies of the game do we have?
We have those 3.
Oh, the 2 that we got a long time ago?
Yeah.
Those work? Those will work on.
They should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just thought of a hot intro for Editor Beatdown.
Okay, good.
Ready
Save
for
it. We don't have anything to announce. Don't do it now.
Save it. Write it down.
Put a pin in it. Next Thursday, we'll do something for next weekend, so a week from Saturday.
Okay.
I have no idea. Those dates would be in the 20s.
Oh, my gosh. That's my birthday.
What are we doing for your birthday?
What is this?
I didn't have any plans.
God, what is your problem?
Okay,
You
we'll
don't
make...
turn 42 every day.
We'll make... back in my day.
We're going to make some plans?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool.
I would love to do something.
Also, then everybody start sending your birthday cards to Clements.
Mm-hmm.
He can be found at IGN.com, care of Ryan Clements, 625 2nd Street, floor 3, San Francisco, California, 94107. Number 7 on the list.
We're actually going to get birthday cards now.
I know.
I also, every time I have to get something sent here, I have to take out my business card and look at the address.
Oh, no, yeah, I demand people to send me things all the time.
You guys don't need to send me birthday
usually.
cards. Some birthday emails are all I would like.
Nope.
And
No deal. TD would also like a birthday pizza party every day next week.
I-
Everyone send pizza!
Not extreme pizza, though.
No. My birthday is on February 25th, though.
There you go.
Yes, of this month. What does that mean? Because I just said the 25th.
All right, now let's really test it.
Anyway.
Colin, when's your birthday?
October 14.
Mine's April 27th. We never speak of our birthday dates again. See if we get good.
Excellent.
Number 7, the PlayStation blog is running an interesting new contest. Nope, that's not. Nope.
No?
The PlayStation Network is running an interesting contest.
Yeah, but it was on the blog.
Sure, but they're not running it. Jeff Rubenstein has nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay.
He's making minis and shit.
All right.
Sorry.
Correction.
Is this too much? Is it too much tension?
There's something else happened which I actually can't talk about on the air, but I'll tell you guys
About
after
you?
the show.
Is
No.
it something
It's
video
funny.
game
It's
related?
funny.
Is
No,
it
it's
video
not
game
even
related?
video game related.
Okay.
Does Colin know?
I don't know.
You know it's up, right? Yeah.
Is the girl who handed you the condom?
What? No. What?
Number 7. The
That's a good story.
PlayStation Network is running an interesting new contest where users get to determine the next batch of games that will receive discounts. Sony has compiled lists of the best PSN games released in 2010 and categorized them into 4 batches: PSN games, PSN exclusives, PSP games, and PlayStation Minis. Users can vote on which game is the best in each category, and the winner of each category will receive a 30% price cut. If you're a PlayStation Plus member, it'll be a 50% price cut.
Yes.
If you don't know how to vote, you can go to ps3.ign.com, and me and Colin have a piece up on how you should vote.
And you can get a space shooter for $1.
Yeah.
Woo!
I just realized I never actually told that story on Beyond. Is that Beyond worthy, or should we save it for another day?
Well, it goes flat after. It goes flaccid, some would say, when you get to the end. But like the beginning of it's dynamite. Go ahead.
Yeah, or maybe I should save it for Knockin' Boots one day.
Oh yeah, when you come back to Knockin' Boots.
All right,
okay,
we'll do that.
Okay.
Put a pin in it.
Put a
Put a
pin
pin
in
in
that
that one too.
Number 8, Bizarre Creations, the mind behind 007 Bloodstone, Blur, and Project Gotham Racing title, and the Geometry War games. All right. It has been closed. Activision purchased the studio in 2007, but has closed it down due to being unable to find a buyer.
Yes, I don't know why you'd buy it and then look for a buyer. But I guess because Blur and
You flip it.
Bloodstone
You're
didn't
flipping
do well.
this house. Flip this house. Watch these cables. They tell you all about it.
They don't really do. Those shows really don't exist anymore, though, because
These shows don't exist.
the flipping of the houses. Because I mean, I'm sure that they're somewhere, but let's remember that those were like big in like 2005, 2006, and then what happened to the housing market?
Well, it crashed because of people flipping
Because
houses.
people were flipping houses.
So,
Speculation, kids.
Number 9, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out this week, and its very first DLC pack has already been described. The first... I like that for some reason.
What?
It's been described. There will be characters.
There won't be characters, actually.
Oh, damn it. The first pack will include a slew of new costumes for existing characters and a new mode called Shadow Mode. New characters are coming later.
Shit.
Rounding out the Roper Report is a brand new story. Number 10, Portal has move controls. Portal 2 has move support.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Tweeted by Seabold.
Is that how we figured it out?
Well, I saw Rubenstein retweet it, and he had retweeted as Seabold.
I was trying to have a nice conversation with Colin, and Jim kept going, Greg.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's
What?
annoying.
What do you want?
He's like, like you.
You want to go to McDonald's?
That was the end of the Roper Report, which means one thing, Colin. Where can I go to find out what games are coming out this week?
You go to the official IGN list of upcoming PlayStation software on all 3 platforms by the IGN editors. Oh yeah, I forgot to bring the list down. But I know the games. There's only 2 games.
Driving in my car and I want some games. Ran over a cat. Oh my God, I'm going to hell. Where do I go when I go to hell? I have to pray to a God that I like a lot. It doesn't matter who your deity is. Or if you're atheist and stuff. Religion isn't something you talk about.
That was good.
You know, we haven't done one of those in a long time.
That's why people listen to the conversational podcast.
So I don't have the list, but I know there's only 2 games this week. Nothing on PSP, nothing on PS2.
Okay.
Hyperdimension Neptunia came out this week.
Yep.
We should have
Jack's
a review of
playing
that soon. Yep, Jack's playing
It's killing him because it's long.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
because it's bad. But.
And Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out, and we gave that an 8.5, I believe.
Yeah, good stuff.
And
If
that's
I
it.
wanted to buy a digital game,
Oh, yeah, I got my list
download
right
it to
here.
my brain.
Yes, you
What
can
came
do that.
out
You
this
can do that with the technologies. They're full of them. So there's a few downloadable games. Acceleration of Suguri X Edition.
I saw that. I was like, I don't know what
That's
the hell
amazing.
that means.
I mean, I feel like the description for Acceleration of Suguri X Edition is not as good as some of the other
No.
descriptions I've read. I can read it. I mean,
No, if it's not good, don't
Save another one.
don't
there's
waste our time.
also ATV Pure. Is that just that? That was a retail release.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
just
now-
a re-release, I think.
Okay,
Not
gotcha.
digital.
Also, so Back to the Future, the game, Episode 1. What's happening with that? Because this is
It finally
listed
came out.
here. Free with Season Pass.
Yeah, so you can buy the season pass now, and then we got a reader mail about this anyway.
Yeah, we have a couple. It came from Saul Smith. Saul says, Greg, why is Back to the Future priced at $20 for a bundle that doesn't even exist right now? As far as I know, I'd be paying for episodes 1 through 5, but episodes 2 through 5 aren't even out yet. What if I don't like the first episode? Is this what happened with Sam and Max as well? Thanks. Yeah, Saul. I don't know. You want to buy piecemeal episodes? No, they're giving you a break. They'd be way more expensive if you bought them.
Yeah, I
one
think
by
it'll be
one.
$50, right?
I mean, it's $20. You're getting 5 episodes. They're basically 2 hours a piece. If that, I mean, maybe a little bit more depending on where you get stuck. Maybe less if you don't get stuck. I think that's a good deal. I mean, that's 10 hours of gameplay for $20. They're really good. They have awesome voice acting. Fun game. I reviewed it. I reviewed episode 1 yesterday. Gave it 8.0. Still gave it an editor's choice. It's a step down from the PC version. Doesn't run as well. Has a couple frame rate dips and stuff like that. But still
good.
If you're a Back to the Future fan, I would have no qualms telling you to pick it up.
Yeah, so I imagine the season pass will work in such a way that if you buy it now, then you'll just have automatic access when those episodes
When the
come
next
out.
time, when episode 2 canon comes up, it'll be there for you.
Cool. It looks like Sam and Max episodes 2 through 5 are available now. See, I haven't really.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either.
Yeah, I haven't really.
That part's confusing.
I apologize because I haven't been following the.
No, I was equally confused because I had assumed that they were
Did they get
already
a price drop or something, maybe?
They're all just listed as $8.99, and it says PSN exclusive next to them.
Okay.
So.
Is this like the next batch of Sam and Max games?
I don't think so, because it's still Devil's Playhouse, right? Episode 1.
It doesn't actually say Devil's Playhouse in any of these.
Okay.
But no, wait. No, I reckon because like. The Alley of the Dolls and the City That Dares Not Sleep. Do those sound familiar?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I only watched-
vaguely.
I only
I have
watched-
them on my system. I've only played one for maybe 10 minutes.
You got them for free off PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Billy Mark has a question about that.
Okay.
I already have PlayStation Plus. I signed up 2 months ago and got all the Sam and Maxes for free, and now stacking. Already worth my investment. I want Back to the Future. Is it dumb to wait a month or two to see if it goes free on sale? Is $20 for all episodes a limited time deal? Not limited. I bet that's the price. $25 for that full season. And I would say, I mean, you're waiting longer than a month or two. I mean, Sam and Max was completely out, and then they put it free.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to wait for all those to come out.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
maybe
wouldn't
wait.
happen until late next year or this year. I mean, timetable from Telltale puts them all out by midsummer. However, it took 2 months to get episode 1 to PS3.
Yeah.
And they just put out episode 2 for PC yesterday. So if there's a 2-month turnaround time every time, you're looking at fall by the time they're all out, and then maybe December, January, somewhere in there, they would do the PlayStation Plus deal. But I think this is going to sell way better than Sam & Max.
Drop that $20 right now.
Agreed. Sorry, that's the short answer.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't trying to say that you were wrong and giving a long explanation.
I'm a monster.
The PS1 classics for this week: Sayuki Journey West for $5.99 and Destrega for $5.99.
All in capital letters, right? For some.
Destrega!
Yeah, I don't know why.
Rock, paper, scissors combat is here. Take down your rivals with long-range magical attacks and intense close-range fighting within strategic 3D environments. Download this PS1 classic today. It ends with that. I like that.
Speaking of PS1 classics,
Mm-hmm.
the one and only Bob Dylan wrote into Beyond at IG.
Oh my God, he's a legend!
Bob Dylan writes in and says Beyond.
Beyond.
Bob Dylan.
Just wondering if there's been any news on when Xenogears or Vagrant Historia are coming to the PSN, and which of those is the better one to play first, since I have a huge backlog of games.
Xenogears is a better game, I think. And there's no date on those.
You apologize every week in the PSN update.
Yeah, because I know everyone wants Xenogears. It's a fucking awesome game, you know. And
have they said in the past it's being worked on, or what's going on?
There's an ESRB rating for it, I think, or something like that. Or maybe not. Maybe Square just said that these games are coming, something like that. But we know it's coming.
It's in the works. Gotcha.
So maybe they're having localization problems or whatever. But I would go. They're both good games, but I would go. Like I know Mark Ryan really loves Vagrant Story, and those are really both of those games are really from Square's golden era. Yeah. So I would play them both.
You mean their current era because it's still gold, baby. Jurassic Park.
But I would play both. I remember Xenogears was like 4 discs though, wasn't it, or something outrageous?
That was ridiculous.
So it's going to be a long game. So
wasn't Final Fantasy 8 4 discs?
Yeah, 7 was 3, 8 was 4, and 9 was 3. I think.
Yeah.
Something of this nature. But anyway, yeah, that's a long game. So I would, even no matter what, if you have a backlog, I'd put it at the end because this game's going to take you probably 80 hours or something stupid like that.
Excellent, thank you, Colin.
Onward.
Look, let's go back to the PS1 classics. There is also Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4, Wall of Fire.
Mm-hmm. Can't get into those games. Too damn deep.
I think, doesn't Stephen Ing love those games?
Yeah. Koei makes those games, right? He loves everything Koei does.
All right, downloadable games for the PSP. TNT Racers.
Yeah, it's $8, right?
Yeah.
I don't get that. It's $8, but it's not a mini. It's a PSP game.
Okay.
All right.
So that's not interesting.
Well, if you want fun
is it one of the re-releases?
I don't know. I've never heard of that game, but
I never heard of it either.
I mean, if you want fun multiplayer racing full of variety, combining fast as lightning race action with brand new features, then that's the game that you want to get.
Okay, fair enough.
Fast as lightning race action. So race action really, I mean, sounds like we're talking about like a human race, like the race of a person.
Yeah.
They
didn't say racing.
Yeah. Interesting. Also, Tactics Ogre Let Us Cling Together, which I actually love that name, and I hear it's a bitchin' game.
I've had a bunch of previews for it. It's really good. It looks really good. We gave it 8.5 as well.
Yes, that was Patch from AU.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm gonna pick that game up and just play it on the train. I think.
Good eye, Patch.
Good day.
There you go.
Was that it?
Find that offensive at all.
All right. Soccer Bashi and Core Blaster are our minis for this week.
Cool.
And thank you, Jeff Rubinstein.
$3.99 each.
Yep, they're missing the mark.
Yep.
All right. Pick of the week.
Here we go.
What are you supporting, Colin? It's probably got to be, I would say, Marvel vs. Capcom, right? If you're a
Core
fighting game
Blaster.
Fan.
Yeah.
I like Back to the Future. If you are a Back to the Future fan and fighting isn't your thing, you want an adventure game, point and click.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fighting fan, but I know how fine Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is.
Yeah,
I played it.
It's a fine.
I played it.
I like how you described it as fine. It's a fine game you got there. No, that wasn't funny at all. No. Really, Greg?
No.
Really? I'm going to make out with your face.
Okay. You got anything to say? You think Marvel?
Yeah, Marvel. I'm gonna have to go. I haven't even. I mean, I played it once, and I was enjoying it then. I'm sure I'll enjoy the full version.
I enjoy doing dialogue and stuff. Remember when I was like,
yeah,
you speak Japanese,
Speak Japanese, dog.
All right. Now we get to the rotating segment. You said you have a trophy chip?
Oh, just the tip.
Just the tip.
Oh, it's even creepier when you start with O.
Just the tip. Yeah, we haven't talked about Plants vs. Zombies, right?
No.
So
we talked about it being a good game.
Yeah,
you
it's
and
an
I
awesome
both
game.
enjoy playing it.
Love it. The campaign's a little easy. I was talking to Damon about that. I only died once, which is a little disappointing. I wish it was a little more difficult. But you get a gold trophy for beating it, and then you get silvers and bronzes for doing other stuff in the game. It's really fun to explore, and it won't rain trophies, but it's a game you'll want to explore. So.
How long did it take you
to get through the adventure mode or whatever? A while, probably like maybe 5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to the Future. I played yesterday. I missed only 2 trophies, and there's a lot of silvers and a gold in there.
Okay.
And the ones I missed, if I had looked at it beforehand, I would have done it. But I was kind of let's just play, and I played and got them all without trying.
Nice.
So, except for 2. So.
Yeah, you're breaking away from me again because I just haven't.
Because I'm a man.
I haven't been hunting probably since Sly Cooper.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I like how you call it hunting. Very nice.
You got anything you want to add here?
No, I'm
All
good.
right, then. Let's get right to reader mail. We made it here in record time. 50-some minutes. They're finally to the reader mail proper. Remember, if you want to be a part of IGN Podcast Beyond, write into beyond@ign.com. Just like, I don't know. Oh, there it is. Deontay wrote in.
Ooh.
He has some quick-fire questions.
I'm ready.
Mr. No Taxation. If you had a spin-off Twitter account, would it be called Without Representation?
It's a little long.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Ryan.
Yes.
If you were selected to be a part of the first colony on the moon, knowing the dangers of living there, would you take up the offer?
No.
Okay. You're scared of getting sucked out in space?
Yeah, I actually have a fear of suffocation and stuff. So I feel like living in a place with no atmosphere would be dangerous for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I mean, do I get K-pop on the moon?
Of course.
Is it moon
There's
pop?
internet there.
I don't know how good is the internet
Probably not good.
connection.
Not going to be good, probably.
It's dial-up.
Greg, if Portillo could have superpowers, what would they be? Well, first off, he has to be a little bit smarter. Like, I don't want him smart enough to talk to me and, like, be another person.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah, exactly. That's
have
creepy.
to pee everywhere.
Exactly, right? But if he could fly, that'd be all right. If I could tell him, come, meet me at work, and he flies to work, or, he can fly home, whatever. That I would enjoy.
I'm just picturing him leaping out your window.
Off the balcony.
Yeah.
There he
Also,
goes.
Deontay writes, could you bring back the GDC Diaries from episode 35 with new segments, Comment Corner, and Ryan has something to say? I figured we could have a special episode. I enjoyed the bite-sized segments about what you did at GDC and Greg singing musical interludes.
I remember that. That was a long
long time ago when I took a tape recorder and just did my entire week at GDC. I did little bits. I always try to do that, and then something always happens. I'll try again this year. We're closer to the office than ever. Maybe it all works out.
You mean we're closer to the venue of GDC than ever?
True. I'm thinking when I'm on the GDC floor, I'm closer to the office.
Oh, gotcha.
Office and GDC are very close together.
And you live in the city too, so it's nice and easy.
Exactly, and I'm going to be going to a lot of parties.
Oh,
screaming
man.
for pot stickers.
Hey, you guys want to be on Beyond?
Hey, what are you doing? Gio writes in. His subject line, I like Rico. Yes, I'm talking about Rico from Killzone. There is no sarcasm in that statement.
Whoa.
The reason I do is simple. He's unlikable in so many aspects on purpose. Unlike most unlikable characters, where it just seems they're out of place in a world that... they're out of place in a world like that, or badly written, Jar Jar. Rico, on the other hand, is a real human. He's got his faults. He makes mistakes, and he's doing it for what he thinks is the best. Anybody?
I can understand that point for sure. I still do not like him.
Yeah.
But with that said, it's true. It seems like he is intentionally made out to be the most volatile character in that game. Probably more than all the Hellghast combined.
I agree with that. Matthew Ely writes in. He says, "Hey guys." He spells "hey" like the hay I feed Ryan. Hey guys, quick question about Sony's new cloud saves. Right now they're free with Plus, right? No, they are not. That is a rumor, Matthew. That is not for real. I'm looking to add a second PS3 to the house, but I want to be able to pick up where I left off in one room in the next. Will this fit my needs? If this becomes a reality, yes, that would be exactly what you could use this for. Save in your room, go to the living room, play. That's how that would work. But not confirmed, just rumored.
That is nice to have save files exist in the ether of space.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've found that, sorry to bring up StarCraft again, but it's nice that I can install anywhere, like just download the game from wherever I am in the world, and then I can play it from there. Great. It's great.
That is a nice thing.
Yeah.
Jonathan writes in, and he wants to look back just a little bit.
Okay.
Beyond. What do you guys think was the most important thing that happened for PlayStation gaming last year? What do you got, Colin?
Price drop. No, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No, was it last year?
No,
it was 2 years ago. PlayStation Plus.
You think so?
I like.
Did the announcement of Mass Effect come last year, or was that this year?
Yeah, that was last year.
That was last year. The game came out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really hard one. I mean, we
A
don't.
lot of good things happened last year.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a good year, but we knew that good things were going to happen this year, and we learned about all that.
So basically, them, talking about this year was what was good last year.
Yeah, this is the year of the PlayStation, and last year we learned about the year of the PlayStation, and now we're living it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
We're in it right now.
Yeah, this is as we speak, concurrent to this podcast recording is the year of the PlayStation.
Joe wants to dial back the Way Machine even further.
Okay.
He says, "Hey guys, long-time lurker, first-time write-in, devout listener. Of course, we know what a lurker is. Don't worry about it. Joe." Oh, I love how the show's evolved from the early days. I was listening back on the old Beyond episodes and noticed some of the early talk about the PS3 was lacking in software and PSN features. Can you guys share what you think the distinct feature or game that makes the PS3 the awesome console it is today than what it was 4 years ago? What has changed the most drastic in your opinion there, Colin? What's the biggest thing?
I mean, I think, even since the beginning, PlayStation Network specifically has had exclusive games like Stardust is a really old game, for instance. Yeah. But I think that people have been overlooking the PlayStation Network as a place where good exclusives go, and to the point, obviously we talk about Shatter and stuff like that, but there are quite a few great games. There's just a really robust catalog of games now on the PlayStation Network that I think people are really going to dig. I think that's naturally markedly different than when the system launched and there were only a finite amount of titles. Now there are really hundreds of titles and probably scores of really good games on there. Plus, trophies are there, which I think is huge. And what, Ryan?
I was just gonna say, you're speaking about the PlayStation Store. Let's not forget that one of the biggest improvements was that classic redesign of the PlayStation Store, where it was no longer web-based.
How terrible that was when it first started.
Yeah, it was not web-based, but now it's sort of all built into.
Right.
I guess. I mean, how would you describe that tech? It's not Flash, so right? Or would it be? I don't really know how to describe it. But anyway, it's not web-based.
Before it was a web browser.
It's like a web browser.
You drug around the cursor with your stick. It was stupid.
Yes, very dumb.
Okay. I would say price drop, most important thing that's happened. That's what's changed it around because it got people. I mean, the overarching thing is right that the biggest thing that's happened in the 4 years to make it better is that more people bought the system. They bought the system, so publishers had to stop being lazy and make cross-platform games good on the PS3, so they weren't the shit boxes they were in the original few years.
Hey, you guys want to buy the shit box?
Hey, I know you guys wanted some good ports, but we gave you crap. And there's nothing you could do about it because you bought a $6,000 system.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean, you said price drop too. I mean, there was 3 price drops, and I think it was the last one that was really the pivotal one.
Yeah, that's the one that really pushed it into the sweet spot, right?
That just reminded me of an SNL sketch.
Oh, okay.
FYI, I hope we get another one. I'm not putting it past them to drop the price of the system again this year.
Also, we forgot PlayStation Move. Clearly the biggest thing to happen.
That changed gaming forever.
Hey,
Greg and I are. All right.
Jeff writes in. On last week's episode, Greg expressed disgust at the title of the game Singularity, while expounding the virtues of the title Dead Space. Ironically, a gravitational singularity is a different name for a black hole, an object so dense that nothing, not even light or radio waves, can escape from it. Thus, one could say that a singularity is an area of dead space. Made my geeky, nerdy brain laugh. Thought I'd share it with the Beyonders.
That's awesome.
He Beyond you, I think, a little bit.
He didn't Beyond me at all. Singularity is a dumb name for a game.
It's not a dumb name.
No one's marching down the aisles of the game store and sees Singularity. Well, that sounds really interesting.
I mean,
Tell me about that game.
I don't understand. That's there's so many bad titles. Borderlands is a good name for a game.
No, it's not. That game needed a huge marketing push to get somebody to care about it.
I don't know.
Happened.
I also
Portal.
I don't know if Dead Space is such a good name.
It's got dead in it. That's what people want. And it had a hand on it. It had a good box art too. That was just a dismembered hand. They did a lot right in marketing that game. Is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Singularity did not.
But
do
your
anything
mom
right.
doesn't like it.
They didn't
either.
market Singularity.
Yep. Because they don't market crap, Colin.
All right.
Have you even played Singularity?
No, I know.
Right.
How do you know about the mechanics?
I previewed it.
Okay.
And I was like, this game is so dumb.
Why? Because you're in
Man, oh God, we gotta get upstairs, and these stairs are. Wait a second, I'll rewind them to when they were 1953 stairs. Now I'm gonna march up them. Oh, bad guys are coming. I'll rewind. I'll forward them to the. I'll forward them to present stairs.
I'd like to say, Greg's impression of forwarding time is making a teapot gesture with his hand.
Yeah, like.
If my previews are correct, I believe that's how you had to do it. I believe that's how you activated the powers.
It was different. It wasn't derivative.
Okay. That was a good little.
I need to throw a barrel at somebody. I'll rewind this barrel. I'll rewind this wall. Oh, I can't interact with this wall. See, that's the problem.
So you want to be able to rewind everything.
I'm saying if you're giving me a glove, yeah, that rewinds something that is a paradox that doesn't work at all. Yes, it needs to be unwielding so I can ruin my life. Point it at my friends, turn him back to a sperm. a sperm and an egg just fall on the ground.
And you can see them, obviously.
The sperm's the size of your arm. It just slams down on the floor.
It's like flopping around.
The egg the size of a basketball.
I think. I'll tell you why. When I pen my script for Singularity 2 and this happens in it, it'll be because you're rewinding it so fast. The mass can't get down small enough to where it should be.
That's fair.
Yeah. That was pretty good. Good thinking on your feet there, buddy.
This is what I do. I'm ready whenever they want to write Singularity 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. We need to rewind time until it was funky again.
How great would that be? Let me write that script for the downloadable game. It's a 2D side scroller, and when you use the powers, you go into T-Bot stance. Oh, I gotta write this. I gotta make the Little Big Planet level.
Oh
okay.
my God. Woo!
Dear Beyond, this is from Aaron. I recently bought Peace Walker for my PSP Go, and I'm loving it. It's the first Metal Gear game I've really enjoyed, but I'm wondering whether or not the original game would compare. I might buy it as a PS1 classic and play it on my PSP, but would I be able to enjoy it after playing so much Peace Walker? Thanks, Aaron. I think you would. I think... You
No, I'm saying the first Metal Gear is like a classic.
It's a fantastic game, yeah. And I think, definitely you're going to lose a lot of, the bells and whistles of Peace Walker and the visual quality dips and stuff, but it's still a great game, great story. I think Metal Gear is one of those games a lot of people should still think about playing.
Oh, for sure, yeah. If you've never played and I don't mean the first Metal Gear like the one on MSX and NES and stuff. That's a great game too. But the first Metal Gear Solid is a great game, and the second one's awesome too. And I think Metal Gear, you're right. I think Metal Gear Solid is gonna be one of those games that lasts forever. It doesn't really matter what it looks like. It's like such a deep, engaging game with awesome villains and just really clever pacing, and it's just
Revolver.
Dude, like those boss fights were like
awesome.
It's just like remember playing that game for the first time, and those boss fights were like things we had never seen before. Even that first fight, 13-year-old spoiler alert. When you fight Revolver Ocelot or whatever, and the room is like covered with those like tripwires or whatever, and you have to like run around the square. Or obviously the famous thing with Psycho Mantis where you have to unplug your controller and plug it into the second port and stuff like that.
That shit was brilliant.
And he was reading your memory card. And we've talked about that before. Like if you have Konami saved on your memory card, you'll be like, you played Azure Dreams.
Oh, you like girls, do you?
You just spiked them.
Yeah, I do. That's my cycle.
It's so good. Very, very good.
I'm like picturing him in the kitchen.
Oh, this is such a nice feat.
Sorry. That's
fajita. Okay. All right.
What do you want on your sandwich?
Urinal sandwich.
Hey, what do you want on your sandwich?
Do you have a hit of the week?
No, I don't. But
right.
I saw that people want to bring it back.
Yeah, we have one here, but our last real question comes from Nate from Stanford.
Okay.
I'm starting up a recurring column for the Stanford Daily to talk about my thoughts on video games, game fans, and the state of the industry. Basically, whatever's on my mind. I've been a sports editor for a couple of years, but this is the first coverage we've ever really had about games, so it's kind of a big deal. Problem is, I need a name for the column. After hearing all the good ideas for Colin's new title, I figured I'd throw this over to the Beyond Universe. Any good ideas? Stanford, gaming, go. What do you got? Brainstorm. Put a minute on the clock. We're going to toss out a bunch of ideas.
We'll start in 10 seconds. How about
Nate,
that?
yeah. Stamford.
Stamford, not Stanford?
Stanford games.
In 5 seconds.
Like
Here we
Stanford,
go, gentlemen.
Okay.
3, 2, go.
Stanford games. Gaming Stanford.
The Stanford Pulse.
I like the pulse.
Game over. Game on. Those are the
Game over Stanford.
Okay.
I like
Games over Stanford.
Nate's game room.
Nate's game.
Gaming with Nate.
Gaming with Nate. I like that.
iPo noobs.
I don't know about that one.
What are they? They got the evergreen tree. What's their mascot?
Oh, the Redwood? No, is that
their name?
No.
The Redwood.
The Redwood game.
Gaming with a
30
Redwood?
seconds.
Gaming without a net.
Gaming in the woods.
Disconnected from the gaming.
Game net.
Game.
Game.
I don't know. I have no idea.
The Stanford Daily Game Loft.
That's a company.
Well, I'm sure that Gameloft's gonna come down to Stanford and start shit with this. Hey, motherfuckers! Didn't you know we got a fucking? You giving us this free?
they're so upset they can't even talk. All right, well that was a minute of.
We got you nothing, Nate. There's nothing there.
Is Gameloft the company that copies other people's games?
Yes.
So they're just copying their name. That's work.
So yeah, Nate. No good ideas there. We don't know anything about you, I guess, or what's going on. State of the industry. That's fine.
Yeah.
State of gaming state.
State of gaming.
State of gaming or gaming nation. Something
Gaming
like
nation. That's something.
Yeah. I like gaming.
Podcast Beyond. You could just call it that.
Just. It's not even a podcast. It's a news article.
Colin Beyond. Fine. Colin game.
Beyond gaming.
All right. And Liam writes in. He signed it with love, so he's cute.
Oh.
He wants to be hit of the week. Plus, he has a free game to entice people.
Ooh.
Hey, Greg, Colin, and Ryan, and whoever's on Beyond this week. Nobody. I have a Little Big Planet 2 DLC code for you, but I was just wondering if you could do me the favor and make me the PSN hit of the week. All my friends are Xbots, and I need someone to help me get to level 30 in DC Universe Online. My PSN name is Fruity Snacks, all one word. FRUITYSNAKS.
No C?
No C.
Okay.
And I would gladly accept anyone's request. Anyway, here's the code. BE4MLJNCCQ7E. So, there's your code for Little Big Planet 2 DLC. And Fruity Snacks is the PSN hit of the week.
PSN confirmed. It's about time.
Yeah. He's taking that helicopter to get some ladies. Remember, if you want to be part of the show, be PSN hit of the week, send us anything fun. You can do it at beyond@ign.com. You can also follow us all on the social networks. Twitter's our main form nowadays. You can follow IGN at IGN. You can follow me at Game Over Greggy, all one word. You can follow Ryan at Pwam Cider.
PWAM Cider.
You can follow Mr. Colin Moriarty at No Taxation. There's Facebooks, but some people use them. Yeah. Don't use the Facebooks.
I have a bunch of outstanding friend requests that I'll get to eventually.
Yeah,
maybe.
Beyond@ign.com.
When you were talking about getting ladies in a helicopter, I just have this great image of you fucking coming down in a helicopter. It's like
me? Am I hanging out the open door?
Like a teapot.
Like the blades are winding down. You're just in front of a club. You lean out and you're like, hey, you girls want a drink? You just get back in the helicopter.
Cars are being blown over and I take back off. All right, that's it. Ryan, take me home.
All right. Oh, I didn't have my sheet ready. I'm sorry.
Oh, this has been Podcast Beyond, episode 175.
That's it.
Take me home.
All right. Here we go. Here's an email from another Ryan. He says, Beyond, I've emailed in a few times with some other stuff and it never made it to the air, so hopefully the third time is the charm. It was, even though this is late. I'm currently managing my buddy's band and thought you might want to close the show with their single. I know for the most part you guys play nothing but K-pop and indie tracks. Not true because I haven't played a K-pop song in about 4 million years.
Fuck off.
Oh, easy.
That's what I said.
Easy.
You know what?
Greg,
no, don't play a song. Podcast's over.
But with all that hate on the message boards, maybe the kids just need to release some built-up angst and rock out with something a little heavier for once. By the way, personal opinion, I didn't think this track was that heavy. I thought it was...
Oh, you manage a bunch of pussies. What do you think of that, Ryan?
Jeez.
You're ruining their moment.
This isn't the plug that they wanted,
Yeah,
Greg.
everybody wants to listen to some kindergarten pop. You listen to Other Ryan's band.
I just meant that I expected to when I listened to this track, I was like, devil and lots of blood. But it was just normal. It's like it was a rock and roll song. The band is called The Quitters Club, and if you like it, please head over to iTunes and buy the single. You won't see this one coming, but you will see this one coming because that's what we're playing right now. Thank you very much, Ryan. Ryan's from Canada, and I'm assuming The Quitters Club is from Canada also. So we're going to play You Won't See This One Coming. Beyond. Oh! What was that? Was that you?
Quitters Club sucks. I said it. I went there.
You didn't even hear the song
I
yet.
don't care.
I'm gonna shut you off.
This is like maple syrup that was just gone past its prime.
Yeah.
It's just old.
That's what the band is.
There's
the band is maple syrup.
Caught in the maple syrup. And you're like, oh, I can't trust this maple syrup.
And you don't want to eat the bee. That's what you're saying.
Of course not.
Okay.